Hello, welcome. Have you ever decided you'll change something in your life? Maybe your reactions, your habits, your routines. You really mean it, but after some time you slowly find yourself back in the same old pattern and you wonder, why do I always go back to this? Why is change so hard for me? If you felt like this, I want you to know something very important, that there is nothing wrong with you and you are not stuck. There's a real reason why this happens, and once you understand it, you can actually start changing it. Your brain is not designed to make you better, it is designed to keep you safe. Your brain defines safe as familiar. So even if a behavior wastes your time, drains you or frustrates you, if it's something you've repeated so many times, your brain sees it as predictable, and predictable feels safe. That's why we return to things like overthinking, avoidance, people pleasing, and also habits like mindless scrolling on social media. Not because we truly want them, but because our brain recognizes them. And over time, these behaviors become automatic pathways. So when you feel bored, tired, stressed, or uncomfortable, your brain immediately suggests the familiar relief. For many people today, that relief is opening Instagram or scrolling endlessly. You may not even decide it consciously, your hand just reaches for the phone. That is a pattern. And this is also why awareness alone doesn't stop it. Because patterns are not just thoughts, they are stored in the nervous system and habit circuits. So even when you know I shouldn't be scrolling this much, your body still does it. So how to actually change these patterns? You don't change patterns by force or willpower. You change them by retraining safety. Your brain has to learn this new behavior is safe too. And this happens through small repeated experiences. So now let's use mindless scrolling as an example so you can see how this works. First, notice the pattern while it's happening. Imagine this, you pick up your phone just for a minute, then you are still scrolling and scrolling. Normally this pattern runs unconsciously, but now you notice in the moment. I'm mindlessly scrolling right now, I didn't choose this, this is my automatic pattern. That awareness already creates space. You are no longer fully inside the pattern, you are observing it. And observation weakens automation. Now instead of scrolling continuously without awareness, you pause. Maybe you stop your thumb for a few seconds. Maybe you hold the phone and just breathe. And this pause is powerful because for the first time you are interrupting the automatic loop. So your nervous system learns something new. We don't have to continue this immediately. Even if you still want to scroll, you have created a gap, and every gap weakens the old pathway. Now comes the real change. You don't need to throw your phone away. You don't need perfect discipline. You just choose something slightly different. For example, you close the app after noticing, or you put the phone down for 1 minute, or you stretch, or you take a sip of water, or you simply sit without stimulation for few seconds. Small changes count because the brain learns through experience. When you interrupt the pattern and survive the boredom or discomfort, your brain records, not scrolling is also safe, we didn't lose anything, we are okay. That's how the pattern begins to change. Finally, repeat until the brain learns. Old habits like scrolling were repeated hundreds of times, so new responses also need repetition, but you don't need perfection. Even noticing once a day matters, even pausing once matters, even closing the app once matters. Every interruption tells your brain, this habit is optional, we have choice, and slowly something shifts. You start reaching for the phone less automatically, you start noticing sooner, you start stopping earlier, and that's rewiring in action. You don't return to old patterns because you are weak, you return because your brain learned them deeply and believed they were safe. But your brain can learn new safety, and every time you notice, pause and choose differently, you are teaching it. So change isn't about becoming a new person, it's about gently showing your system, I can respond differently now, and with repetition, your future stops repeating your past. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.